Well, hello there, YouTube. I took you by here the last time on the old Road King, and there was nothing going on. I don't know if you can make out a blue and white airplane sitting right there, but it's a little biplane. Kelly and I flew in that thing last year. They have rides out here, but look how drastically different this field looks today. And we found out something last night, that today is the 50th anniversary of this. It's called the Cowlitz Prairie Threshing Bee. They got a live band out there tonight too. They were setting up when Kelly and I were here. Yeah, it goes goes way out there. Be nice to take a picture of it as you're flying over it. It's amazing. It's like a great big swap meet thing, but it's all about you know, steam engines and old tractors and stuff like that. Yeah, that old field takes on a different look, doesn't it? Well, I actually want to take you a different route here. We're just going to turn around right there. We'll just drive right past that thing again. How about that? Another weird thing is I notice when I'm idling at slower speeds, you hear this popping sound in the mic that the mic is picking up. Just so you know, this thing is not making that sound at all. I have no idea what pulse of sound. I can only assume it's because of the what they call, you know how you got slash cut exhaust, slash down, slash out. Well, these slash up. The only thing I can think of is that it's picking up, you know, sound pulses while this thing is idling it or going at low speeds, and the mic is picking it up. It's just like a pop, 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 pop. Sounds like a, I don't know what it reminds me of when I listen back to the video. It sounds like an exhaust leak or something. But I can assure you that that sound is not there when you're riding it. That's one of the skydive planes, as you can see by the fixed open doors there. That godforsaken plane drives me nuts all day long on the weekends. It's a twin prop, and he just winds that thing. He basically just takes a big looping circle above our house. And it's just, all you hear is that thing just wow, wow, wow. And all of a sudden it goes quiet. And you look up, you see skydivers coming down. But these houses out here, they have more than just garages. They have garages you can park an airplane in. I made a mistake of driving out to one of these houses once. I think I was with my youngest boy or my oldest boy, I don't know, but see the big garages, you park airplanes in them. So anyway, we come driving through the little neighborhood, see the huge doors? We come driving out there, we're in a cage, and go tooling out there, and we're just going to loop around. And I thought, oh, looks like this road goes back, and I'm like, what is going on here? I recognize the lights. I'm driving down the freaking runway of the airport. I'm like, what the holy hell? It was foggy and dark as hell. I don't know why we're out goofing around. I think I had done something. I don't know what I was in. I was in one of the cars. I must have done something to it and just taken it for a test ride. Huge, huge chicken farms out there. certain times of the year when the wind is blowing in a not so favorable direction. Whew. Massive chickens do not put off a very good smell if you've never been around that before. We've got a dozen chickens of our own. There's that certain time of the year when the you get a bit of rain and it's starting to warm up off and on. Holy mackerel! The smell coming off of that chicken coop. They got a huge chicken coop. The person that owned the house before us wasn't actually using it for chickens. She was raising ostriches and using the ostrich eggs to make decorative things. She'd like carve into them and make the shell light or almost see-through, and then she'd put little lights in there, they'd glow. And she painted some and did different things with them. But anyway, the threshing bee back there, I don't know if you guys ever do that, but I've done this since I was a kid. It's just not something that I do now that I'm older, you know. But I look at these old trucks and these old tractors. I do the same thing with barns and stuff. Now, I haven't done that since I got older. But anyway, I look at these old tractors and trucks and machinery and stuff like that and wonder, you know, what if that thing could talk, or if it could write stuff down, what story would that piece of machinery or that old work truck, what story would that thing have to say? Here we are with this bug thing going on again. Still got that haze going on out here. You might even be able to see the backside of the people. Yeah, hell, I see shiny things out there from here. Yeah, see, they're camping all the way back this way. See campers and stuff right there. There's a lot of people involved with that thing. I can see some of them. Look at them camped all the way out here. There's a lot of people at that event. That old field, that thing looks beat down. You're thinking there's no way hay will grow on that thing next year. Every year it comes right back. In fact, they hay it like a week or two before they put on the vent. They'll hay it down, and then right before it they'll go out with like mowers and mow it down nice and tight. You walk around out there, it's almost like a golf course. But it's fun, and it's one of those things that I think is kind of cool, and you would probably go to or may go to and just go, what the hell? There ain't nothing to this thing. That's about as boring as hell. There's a bunch of old fogies playing around with a bunch of old junk. But to me, they're really old, and oh, they got displays of old tools and stuff. It's crazy, the kinds of tools that were used way back when. Really cool stuff. I think so, anyway. So me and the little woman, we rode the DR to the Threshing Bee. And then it seems like every time we pass by this grocery store, regardless of what we're on, she wants to stop and grab some stuff. Oh, I need this, that, and something else. So we're on the DR today, and I'm going, Kelly, it's going to have to be something small. You know, you sit back there holding on to a couple of grocery sacks. Things are going to work like holding on to a couple of parachutes. It's going to try to drag your little ass right off the back of this thing. There's no backrest or anything on that DR, you know. It's a little skinny seat. And you get the full blast of the wind of that thing. That thing's like riding a Stingray bicycle down the road at 70 miles an hour. But she goes, oh no, I just need a couple of things. Well, of course, she comes out with a great big old sack. But at least it was only one sack this time. And she held on to it okay. I'll hold on to it. She gets onto the back and she just sets it on her knee and holds it. A couple of times she's grabbed a couple of sacks. I don't know what we were on. I think we were on the 72 one day, and some other time on the low, and the low was bad because it was one of those, you know, it was essentially a solo seat with a bench seat attached to the back. It was one piece. That thing was nothing more than a strip. It was something for me to sit on if I did something weird and slid off the back. Yeah, she had a tough time holding on to that. So I'm going to bounce into the grocery store for something I didn't even finish telling you, but the dingbat forgot to grab bread. She goes, if you're taking the Road King, can you stop and get bread? And I go, well, lucky for you, I was taking the Road King anyway. So thanks for hanging out on my little evening ride. Gather up my stuff here, and I'm gonna head for the hacienda. We'll talk at you guys later. Take care now. Bye-bye.